Welcome back to Dying of Exposure, Cosmos Candela, and my kooky cosmonauts. I am your game mommy. How are you all doing today, kooky cosmonauts?
Doing great.
So good.
I'm doing good too.
You should be. You should be. We'll get into that on the close of the stream, but because we're going to celebrate one of our role players at there. We are sadly without our Tery Byte puppet master Julia. They're not currently in town, and so they cannot play. But that is more than fine. And I'm just going to jump right into a recap. Yeah, it's not fine. It's fine for them to not be able to do it's fine for them to not be able to do it. It's not fine for us. We're emotionally destroyed as people.
Yes. We want Julia with us.
So I would like all of you, as I synopsize this, to make sure your character sheets are up and in front of you. While I'm doing this, I would like all of you to consider beyond listening to me, of course, which you should always be doing. Consider the fact that all of you should have roughly about 6 drives distributed across nerve, cunning, and intuition. However you want to distribute those drives is yours to do. You should have about 6 of them. So distribute them how you like. And if you already have 6, then you're going up to 6. So it's like draw up to.
Okay. Good, because I am okay. No, so we're adding 6 to whatever we have, which is good because I currently have 0.
Yeah. So up to 6. You get yourself up to 6. So if you already have like 2, then add 4, however you like. And feel free to redistribute as you see fit. I'm giving you this ability because we did not do this last session, and we should have. And we're gonna do a little bit of proper work here. How do I get
to full? I want to get to full.
We're gonna get there this session, but for now, last time on Cosmos Candela, essentially, the big meaty portions of the episode were as follows. Nim discovered that they have no ability to stay at their apartment ever again, and discovered that that place is burned, if you will, metaphorically. Talk to Me is demanding that they come in for an exit interview and turn in their Bluetooth ear adapter or hole adapter, whatever the birds have. And we're going to move past my usage of the word hole there. And we have lovely scene of most of the group we had a lovely scene with Tery and Alexander, where Tery was going to put in his resignation for the agency because now that Alexander was back, he was going to stream, and Alexander realized that AI was in fact better at streaming and more effective financially than Tery himself. And a promise to make an AI audience to still keep Tery good. That made all of us feel real bad inside.
I hated it.
But it was so appropriate for Tery's journey.
So good, but it was so good.
That made all of us feel bad emotionally.
Which is what we wanted.
So Tery found themselves making their way to the hospital to meet up in the same place as Kilo and Izzy, who were joining Yancey while she was in recovery from nearly dying, making Kilo gently uncomfortable in a playful way, in a non-serious way. Kilo could be Yancey's dad, and that's not how. That's not really how Yancey rolls, and it's certainly not how Kilo rolls.
Not how Kilo rolls.
Yeah, I mean, Yancey is 19, and I've known many a 19-year-old to make a bad mistake with an older person. But nonetheless, we left off with Izzy after trying to talk to his dad about resolving the various problems of the of the dad, find out that his dad and mom won some sort of cruise vacation and we're going to leave the station almost immediately.
This was crazy.
And so Izzy, smartly
Crazy.
so, reached out to his resources, reached out to Mark, and had him stall that. He wasn't going to let him, but he did tell Mark to put the fear of God into his parents, and so the parents were labeled as potential terrorists and flight risks from Vela Station, and so Izzy had to go down to the station or down to the precinct to connect up with his parents and figure it out. And we left off with Izzy being in a conference room with Agent Phil Landry, who is just tickled pink at this whole situation. But who we didn't really get a big chance to catch up on with last week is Eddie. Eddie.
Yes.
Over the last so things have settled in. We're not yet to the cliffhanger where you guys show up at the retro arcade funplex and find out some things. We're not there. We're not yet to that point. We're retconning it a little bit and extending out a little bit much time there. But and so you've had a few days of downtime. Your group, the Sirius Recollective.
Mm-hmm.
Sirius Recollective, I believe is your
No, the Stratus.
Stratus Recollective.
Stratus.
Wrong class.
Yeah.
Wrong class. I knew Sirius wasn't right, but it wasn't Cumulus, and I forgot about Stratus. Stratus Recollective is relatively well moved into the blimp station. You have your different little coves to make yourselves peaceful there and everything. You know that Izzy and Kilo have been occasionally visiting Yancey in the hospital. The news has, of course, come up with an explanation for just a fight between people on the news media. What do you think that Eddie has been up to over the kind of downtime few days before the next impending, before gears can move kind of thing?
That's a really good question.
Isn't it though?
Yeah. I would say Eddie has probably been and he's been exploring some options. And in so doing, basically trying to figure, because he has a lot of money now.
Money.
And this is not something he's used to. And he basically trying to figure out exactly what he can do to like how big he's basically trying to figure out how big he can go with this. Or should he stay in his sort of modest accommodations down on the lower levels?
Well, is he talking to anyone about that? Is he communicating with anyone about these thoughts, or is he keeping it internal?
He would probably talk to, he would probably talk to one of the the people that know a little bit more about this sort of secret organization thing, because he doesn't want to, step on any toes there.
Mm.
So Gren or Mark?
Yeah.
Especially Mark.
Well, you have Gren, you have Mark, you also have Milo,
Alexander,
who had invited you to come hang at a party.
Oh my god.
Shit.
That's right.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
Neil.
Wow.
No. You leave that tennis ball out of this.
Fucking tennis
Just-
ball.
This is our story. You leave him over there outside of the narrative. Outside the door.
Outside in the rain where he belongs.
Yes.
You use tennis ball out of this.
Tried to take my name. I have feelings about it still.
Yeah, I think that's I think Neil would be there's that party. Yeah. You know, I that's probably what he would end up doing, going to the party.
Oh Lord. Let's go.
Yeah.
No.
So you get directions, or you got the neighborhood that Milo's party is at, ostensibly his home. It's in a residential neighborhood. It's in a kind of like dead center, sort of like middle class neighborhood, right? Like things are nice, but not like super nice. It's not like a suburb. It's like a middle class neighborhood from like a city adjacent residency neighborhood, kind of thing. So it's not, you're not sitting there with like, I mean, you're on a big giant space station in space. You don't have yards and picket fences, but you're in more of like a brownstone-y kind of concept of a neighborhood. And everything. Not too wild, but there are bars. You can see like a couple streets over. There's like the bars and the restaurants, and like this is the like center street that most people kind of go in this district, and everything. But like it's not so like nobody's out here like flashing crazy wealth or anything like that.
Right.
There's still buckets of beer discounts and half off apps, happy hours and stuff. And everything. So very kind of grounded place. And you get up to what is essentially a brownstone, or at least the Velis equivalent of such, a nice little vertical kind of narrowish domicile. You can hear a little bit of noise outside. Doesn't sound like it's too loud in there and everything. You can see that the lights are on, and on the door is a little like display projection that just says, "Don't knock, just come in. Just come in. Everyone's welcome." And then what looks like a crudely drawn version of an already crudely shaped person in the form of Milo, with like a thumbs up and a smile.
Literally just looks like a tennis ball with a thumb.
Yeah. So yeah, does Eddie head in, or do you still not?
Yeah. No, gonna head right in.
Please go.
You head in, and a few give me a Eddie, give me a let's go with a survey or focus, either one.
All right.
This is not high stakes. This is just how much of
That's a
Milo's
6.
life reveals. Oh, beautiful.
It's
So
a bomb on the other side.
Milo is kind of like weird. He's a weird guy. He lies a lot and everything. And he offered you what you've seen of Milo since you've been working there is mostly he smokes a lot of weed. He drinks, but it doesn't look like he drinks to excess. Like you've seen him drink the occasional beer. He talked to you a little bit about drug usage and everything, and like the sort of drug du jour of the moment that you yourself are quite a fan of and everything. But like mostly he's just like fucks with you a little bit. Like that seems to be his vibe, is that he's just going to be kind of like hard to like pin down as a person, but he is a capable surgeon. And you did learn that he was disbarred for doing something, but you don't know what, or not disbarred. He had his license revoked. He's not a lawyer. He's a surgeon. And so
it's surgery on my spine.
but
Make sure nothing bad happened.
But
Not that I know of.
that you know of. But you go into his house, and with a 6, you see probably not what you expected from this vibe. Number one, there's like a collage frame of family pictures up on the wall, like one of those bigger frames with lots of different like shapes in it that have like family physical photos. Not a completely uncommon thing, but a particularly sentimental type of thing to have.
Sure.
Because you can just have like an LCD or an LED screen project whatever you want from an app. But physical printed out photos, ones that might be Milo as a kid, or maybe Milo's kid, or like a nephew. It's hard to tell the difference of this species from them, or like track them as they age. But it's a bunch of family pictures and everything, including what you're sure is him because it looks like him, next to another Milo-looking kind of alien and several tiny little Milo-looking kind of aliens.
Oh my lord!
And when I say several, I mean like
Milo.
four. Like four little Milos. Four little Milos. And then as you walk in, you see like a hallway runner rug and like a little thing to put like personal effects in with a little dish and like a little sign that or a little like embroidery stitch sign. And you see there's more pictures down the hallway, but it pretty quickly opens up to the living room. And in the living room is a large group of a large group of disparate aliens. There is like a human looking, like close to human, like Star Trek, maybe their nose has ridges, kind of alien here and there. But there's a lot of like, there's a lot of big swings. Somebody's gelatinous in the same fashion as Graham, but like less Osmosis Jones shaped and more just big lump.
There's a hula hoo in here somewhere.
Yeah, there's a hulu in here somewhere, and but
I don't know
yeah,
what that means.
and so
A hula hoo is from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It is a super intelligent shade of the color blue.
yeah,
Cool.
it's pretty eclectic, and they're sitting down playing some sort of board game together, or it looks kind of like a board game, and they're passing around like they're passing around like what's essentially, we'll just call it a space bong. It's a space bong, smoking weed, and they've got like bowls of chips and everything, sitting at like a fairly large table that could easily accommodate more of them, but there's about 7 of them there now. And 7 of them there now, and then there's a couple people on the couch playing some sort of video game, and Milo looks up and it's like immediately upon your entrance, like arguably almost just as you might come in sight, and he's like, Eddie, welcome to Casa de Milo.
Kills me.
Hey man.
Kills me.
Hey buddy, how you doing? How you doing, man?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there is right. Well, how about you come down, have a seat, get some. Do you need something to drink? The fridge is right there. It's fully loaded up. Both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. We're all inclusive. You're welcome, Eddie. This is the gang. I'm not gonna introduce all of them. You're not gonna remember all their names. But this is the gang. The gang. This is Eddie. He's one of my new coworkers.
Hey.
And they all say hey, and like, this is not a group that looks like chill. This is a group that like the moment you go hey, they like a couple of them stand up and everything, and all of them are like, oh, hi Eddie, and they all almost kind of awkwardly at the same time-ish stepping over each other, each reduce themselves to you. In a way that's hard to track who's who. One of them goes up to just shake your hand. This big, like Ursine looking motherfucker, kind of comes up to shake your hand and everything. And they're like, hi, Eddie.
Hey.
Doctor.
Yeah.
And doctor.
One of the more human looking ones, with just kind of like too much jawline and like too much brow line, so it's like human but kind of Cro-Magnon looking. Looks up and looks at you. He's in like a kind of a button-up shirt and that's like tucked into his pants, and you can see that a blazer is tossed over the back of his table. And he's like, Eddie, any friend of Milo's, friend of mine, and he shoves out his hand like for a real firm, like business handshake.
Ah,
Right.
Yeah. Are you Eddie? Tell me, are you a fan of bespoke microbrews?
Bespoke.
if I can't say I've had the pleasure, to be honest.
You know what? That's why I bring it every time, guys. And this guy, Eddie, do you let this guy escort you into the kitchen to a machine?
This feels like the guy where I don't have much of a choice.
He kind of, it's not that he's like
No.
pushy physically, he's just a force of personality. And he is a pretty,
Yeah.
he's not like huge, but he's like pretty. So he brings you into this and he's like, here's the trick. That speaker right there, whisper a flavor and a feeling into it, and it will craft you a bespoke in this moment microbrew. If you really want it to taste good, you can let it scan your eye. But I understand if you're not comfortable with that.
I, Kelly, want to go to this party. This is wild.
They seem so friendly.
I'm drunk and I want to be just a part of it.
Kilo would hate it. I'll go. I will go.
Yeah, this is vibing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
People smoking weed, playing some sort of game, eating.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
Affable. But yeah.
I will I'll let it scan my eye. Why not?
Amazing.
Ah.
I've done weirder shit for tamer drugs.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Ah.
scan your eye. What feeling do you whisper and what flavor do you whisper?
What is this feeling?
Optimistic rosemary.
Optimistic
Oh,
rosemary.
Ah.
that sounds nice. That sounds nice.
Number one, rosemary,
It's like an
always
actual-
the right choice. Number two, love it. So it scans your eye. It 3D prints almost instantly a bottle. You one time, as all young men do, had a theory of what if you made your own custom brewed thing, whether it was beer or a beverage of some sort or a spirit. The 70% the way there of the label that you had imagined for this that it comes out of here is uncanny in a way that's like, oh, it couldn't have read my thoughts, but it definitely read the kind of person I am through the vibe of the eye.
Sure.
You get this beer poured in for you. It is frosty, perfect temp. It pours it into specifically a bottle. It does not spill a drop. It does not head over or anything. It is it's a bigger one. It's a 24 ounce. 24 ounce bottle. But it does not miss a beat and everything. And it even on the label remarks to the strength of its proof, because through scanning you, it knew that you are no stranger to inebriative substances. So it wanted you to feel the beer a little bit. So it does that. If you take it and drink it, it will be delicious. There are no negative consequences. This is just pure. And do you drink it?
Oh, of course.
No, yeah. I just wanted you as a player to know that I'm not tricking you.
Yeah.
There are no negative consequences to drinking this. There are only positive consequences. Eddie, now for all of your sway rolls in this, you cannot get below a 4 in this scenario because you are feeling optimistic and positive, and this group is a friendly hang. You make your way back there. Milo has you sit down. You got a 6 on perception, so I'm going to give this one for you to free right now. Do you think that Eddie watches animation? Will, is there a character that you could possibly play that wouldn't watch animation in some way? But yeah, do you think that he watches animation? The equivalent of anime, if you will.
Yeah. I'm not sure he would. He's probably more like a. he's probably like, if we're compared by real world standards, he's probably more of like an old school Hanna-Barbera rerun
Okay.
cartoon kind of
Okay.
person, as opposed to an
Okay.
anime kind of
Okay.
like
Energy.
I wouldn't have
he's the
expected
kind of
that. Okay.
basically he's the kind
I
of
like
person that like in modern day would have been all about Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law. You know, that kind of thing.
So it'll take a few minutes, but eventually you'll recognize a cover of a theme song of some classic cartoon show that you are familiar with. Milo comes up to you, and at least for the beginning of the night, this is obviously a group session. This is obviously a big group hang. You do see what's the drug? Glass. Glass is what we've been calling the drug.
Yes.
Yeah. You do see that there's a couple people that are, as much as one can with it, lightly and casually using glass, and a couple other people that are using psychedelics, but no one's going like hard in the paint. It seems like these are relatively things. Weird to see with glass. Glass is a lot more dangerous than, say, like a mushroom, like a normal mushroom would be, or like weed or liquor even. But they seem to be doing it petitely, microdosing, if you will.
Sure.
And everything except for Milo. And then
Except for Milo.
Except for Milo. Milo's going hard.
Milo is immediately
Lost
making
in
you
the
concerned with his
That is my
intake.
Tuesday. Just
But yeah, one of the
Milo's got one pipe with like 4 bowls of glass, and
Yeah.
just like it's
Milo.
it's like 4 fingers, and he's just sort of like
What's weird about Milo is when he inhales, he definitely exhales, but you can also see that it kind of gently permeates out around him, like he's kind of gently porous as a guy.
I love that.
At least in his respiratory. So he kind of like steams with it a little bit. And everything. And he goes,
Hotboxing himself?
not to, and Milo goes, not to throw you on your back foot, Eddie, but now that you've gotten a chance to get that drink and everything, have you ever played have you ever played a game that, Eddie, I'm gonna admit something to you, and if you don't like this, I need you not to tell anyone about this, but if you do like this, I also kind of need you to keep it on the down low, but I'm very excited.
Okay.
So, I'm playing, me and my friends, are you familiar with the game Space Paladins versus Space Nazis?
Yeah, I'm familiar with SPSN.
SPSN. Excellent. Have you played before? Or any adjacent game type? Like Cyber Knights versus alien reptiles?
God, I haven't played any of those since I was a fucking kid, man. It's
Yeah. All right. Well, you can join if you want. You cannot. But at least at the various point, I may come to you and be like, what do you think should happen here? And you will be, at the very least, the fate bringer of this session. And so you've been sucked into a TTRPG session hang with a lot of casual drug usage, and that was his party. Which is why I think Kelly instinctively knew that this would be a good hang, minus maybe minus the harder side of the drug usage, and everything. Will, how do you think Eddie interfaces? Feeling optimistic, not like aggressively so, but like feeling like a little bit better, a little bit more energized, a little bit more optimistic, having a delicious thing, which the big Cro-Magnon looking man just goes, yeah, take as much as you want. It's literally, I'm on the unlimited subscription, so go for it.
So I think Eddie's whole thing with this party, given that this is considerably tamer than Eddie thought he was getting into.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the positive feelings that he's got from the beer. He is probably also partaking in some glass.
Yeah.
Just to try to, keep the psychic noise down.
Mm-hmm.
So like between all of this, he's kind of spectating the SPSN game. He's like, things are looking up for him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an unusual feeling for him.
As the night crawls forward, a couple people end up having to leave. They all say goodbye to you. They say nice to meet you. If you take it, they literally give you their contact information. Like you're immediately, if you're friends with Milo, you're friends with the whole table in their mind.
I immediately offered to take their contact information, but then I remember I still have to get a new set of glasses.
Yeah, you do, and
so it's like I'll get it from Milo later. Don't worry about it. Like my glasses are fucked.
Well, I know where he works, so I'll make sure he holds to that. Good seeing you guys. Everybody kind of exit out, and now it's just you and Milo, Eddie. And Milo's like, "So, how's it been? How's it been downtime? You guys managed to get Alexander back. That's pretty good. Seems like you saved the day. How you feeling, Eddie?"
I don't know. It's a lot happened. I made a fair bit of money. And like this kind of money is like, maybe it's just where I grew up, but like this is life-changing money, bro.
It is. You're talking about the money that came to you both from some of the events, but mostly from like Tery Byte's accounts and stuff for helping him out. All the stuff Alexander set up.
Yeah. Like I could like move, like I could go up a couple levels if I wanted. Was that gonna like draw too much attention? Because I know we're supposed to be like trying to keep this like, aren't we trying to keep this kind of like quiet? Or
I've been with the agency for 25 years now. 25 after I lost my license. And I don't think it's ever been a problem. Like I'm on the neighborhood. I'm on the neighborhood association on this. Like my name's in records, Eddie.
Fucking HOA.
Of course, Milo be part of the HOA.
Yeah.
Fucking HOAs.
Not an HOA, a neighborhood association. There are no dues. It's just about doing things.
Okay.
But that's the.
I used to work for a title agency, and I'm like, those fuckers made my life miserable.
They're terrible. But
months.
he's like, I'm, I've raised kids. I mean, I'm still raising kids, right? All that stuff. But you don't have to stop living just because you're an agent. You just can't necessarily tell everyone that's close to you exactly what you do or what your aims are or 100% where your money comes from. But I mean, I just tell my family I work in an office, which is essentially the case. I mean, now it's a blimp, but I work in an office and I tell I take home a regular paycheck. I pay for my kids' school and their after school activities. It's not that much different. It's just, we might die at any time, but working in the medical field, that was always true for everyone. All the time. All the time anyone could die. We're only slightly closer to it than some, but not everyone here on Fellas. I imagine you've known some people that are much closer to it.
It's got to be weird working in a hospital, man. Like, just everybody talks about how it's weird to work in a cemetery, but like hospitals got to be so much worse.
It is the worst work that I've ever done and the work that I'm the most proud of. It destroyed me mentally. It almost cost me my marriage. The best thing that could have happened was my license being taken away. It's not a good time. It's not a good time when not only are you watching people die, but you're the only one who can do something about it in the moment. I was an emergency room surgeon, Eddie. I was the guy that was like your last chance.
And I feel like as he says that, he takes a big drag of glass.
Yeah, and he goes, but rewarding. You save lives, you lose lives. You take the wins and you take the losses, and you go to therapy about it, and you try not to bring it home. This is much easier. This is just operative Black Ops stuff, and mostly I'm just hanging around patching people up. Like, we've lost agents before, and that's heartbreaking, but never at the rate of like 7 in a night. So I'll take it. It's not work for everyone, but I feel like you also have had I've read your dossier. You've not had the easiest time of things, Eddie, as so many Infellas are in said situation. Like, how's things going with Tommy?
I don't. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I don't. Last time I saw him, he was either the highest I've ever seen him, or it's the first time I've ever seen him sober. Either way, he was fucking weird.
Facts.
People do weird stuff. Eddie, I did not have your upbringing. I don't come from where you come from. My parents got, paid for me to go to medical school. I kind of coasted on life, and I was living it, and then my license got revoked, and that changed a lot in my life, but I was lucky in that I fell pretty quickly into the agency. I haven't had to do this. I know I give off the vibe of a guy that, like, definitely slept under some bridges and stuff like that. I won't even go camping on a wild planet without like a food a food replicator and like controlled air. I am the softest of soft boys. But
We learned so much about Milo today.
But it's why I'm trying to crack that nut Kilo, because I feel like him and I both give off weird, like, not who we are underneath vibe. I feel like he's a big Twinkie underneath all that armor. Like a spongy guy filled with cream. Anyway,
Okay, you know who your voices were?
yeah.
You know who your voice is reminding me of right now is he's a content creator on TikTok, the Hey Man.
Yep.
Hey Man.
Hey man. But I'm gonna say this. I've watched a fair. I've been an agent for over 20 years, coming on 25. I've watched a fair bit of agents come in and make their whole life about the organization. I've seen other agents operate their lives normally and then just quietly at night disappear into the darkness and then return to their lives normally and keep them separate. I've seen agents marry other agents and like operate under that so that they don't have to lie to each other. No one that drops the rest of their life is good. No one. Like, if you want an example of the kind of behavior that's going to get you, that's going to turn you into, you better look no farther than Phil Landry. She has literally nothing else than this job, and she is certified medically needing of deep emotional support, help, and maybe chemically altering substances to adjust her like brain balance. She is reckless, dangerous, and arguably probably lacks humanity. But she's a good time. She's a great agent.
Fucked up.
And so you can be that route, or you can be like, I guess me, or Mark, if you ever want to hang out with Mark for more than 15 minutes, which would be insane. Or Gren. A lot of people come here when they don't have anything. This gives them the chance to build something, and I'm not mad at it, but it is disappointing when I watch someone not take advantage of that.
All right.
But that being said, I think I got a notification that Izzy's parents are terrorists. Do you know what that's about?
No.
It was like a couple hours ago. It came in on my watch.
All right. What time is
Did
it?
you know that Izzy's
we're having
parents
this
are-
conversation?
It's like 11, 12,
Okay.
12 at night. It's like close to midnight.
All right. Okay. Okay, I need to go get my glasses squared away because I would have caught that notification.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, and when I say a couple hours ago, it was like 5 hours ago. He was just lost in the game in the night.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because that happened in like the
Tabletop.
boat
Like, let's be
wasn't
honest. Like,
departing at 11 or at 10 p.m. at night. It was departing in the evening. And so, but nonetheless, he goes, yeah, you can absolutely do that. About 6 blocks over, up on C Street, there's like a kind of an automated digital interface ordering system that you can go to that's 24 hours. You should be able to get a pretty
cool.
decent set. And then if you need to, you can stay here. I've got, let's see, 5 guest rooms now with as many kids have grown up and moved out. So, you've got time.
All right.
But you're welcome to stay here overnight. I don't know if you're going to be able to do anything about it now, but or you can go find it out. Once you get your glasses, you should be able to auto connect up to the rest of the rest of the circle.
Yeah, let me go take care of that. I will stay here. I appreciate the offer.
Yeah. Before you leave, he hands you a small bottle of pills. He just kind of hands them over to you. It's like a prescription bottle of pills.
Yeah.
The fact that they gatekeep this is disgusting. Any one of us should have this. He takes one of the pills that you will find are exact match to the bottle. He takes it and he goes, so I don't get the urge for it in the morning. And Eddie, you turn and you see a pill that you have never heard of. It's called Revidextrin. And it says take one, or take one within 12 hours of most recent substance of, and then it has the medical name for glass.
glass cleaner. Windex, if you will.
Wow. Okay, well that's the street name for it.
Good
Glass
job.
cleaner.
I like that.
The street name is Windex.
I don't feel violence. That's a good joke.
Aw.
But yeah, and so you've never seen this. You read the label, you see him take it, but you've never even heard of this.
All right.
And so It won't change the state. It just it just resolves the consequence.
Mhm.
All right. Thanks.
Never more than one. Doesn't matter how much you take.
All right. But all right.
Yeah, let me know if
Thanks.
you need more. No judgments. This should be available to like literally being handed out by candy on half of Velas. And he gives you that. He literally tells you the passcode to his house. He goes, I might be asleep when you get back. And everything. And you head out to go get your glasses.
My glasses. Can't
Yep.
see without my glasses.
Okay. So in this period, now that we've caught up on Eddie's kind of like consideration, thoughtfulness, what he's kind of focused on during downtime, we as a group are going to go through some things that we should be doing. This is about give me just a moment. I just got to get down to it again. This is about your individual characters. And so this would be normally what would happen during downtime.
Okay.
And so because we've done 2 full missions, and I've not done this, this is going to be based off the second mission, and then I will tell you sort of like the benefit of the first mission. So, in Candela Obscura, you have sort of a circle of the that's called the illumination, and if you all look on your character sheets that you all have loaded up from Demiplane, our beautiful, beautiful Demiplane, you'll see a circle sheet tab, and it's called a circle of advancement, and the circle has usually like several dots, and some of them are a little bit thicker than others in them, and the bolded circle represents and as it says, the bolded circles represents milestones which may have mechanical benefits depending on what ability your circle chooses. And so at character advancement, you'll see on this tab as well, it says each player can choose from 2 different options. Add one action point, add 2 drive points, that's 2 total, take a new ability, or guild an additional action, which is how you kind of in rolling recover drive points really fast. And so guild an additional action might be a choice that you choose. And so I have some questions for you that I'm going to ask each of you, and then based off of your answers is kind of how far along the track that this has happened. We don't need to worry if you don't complete a full circle in this question, because I am giving you the reward of completing a full circle after we're done with this session, so that you can decide what you level up with, and have your benefits on here. But let me ask you a few questions individually. So you each have your own illumination tracks. This is responsible for activating the circle advancement. So you're all filling in this circle together as a group. And so I'm going to start with Kelly. Kelly, what kind of class is Kilo, technically? He's a soldier?
Kilo's a soldier, yes.
Soldier.
Soldier.
So, Kilo, you have, I'm going to say, a couple North Stars to pick that are your North Stars for personal advancement, maybe 3. You can list them in your, where does it list it in here? I think it's in details. Style, question.
Detail?
Yeah, so you have some default ones under details that are in your illumination key section. which are use of violent action, protect someone, act tactically. I don't think protect someone is really out of state for the character you've happened to build, and even act tactically. I think it's very much built into some of your character abilities that you have that. If you would you like to swap out use of violent action as something else that you feel like is like a core in the moment and in operation behavior of Kilo, or you can leave use violent action.
I mean, I would say I'm gonna leave it because I think about what I did in the bar.
I think that's fair. I think that's extremely fair.
Yeah.
So in the bar,
You did a lot in that
you
bar.
used
I did a
violence,
lot in the bar.
you protected someone, and you absolutely activated that ability where you're like in a tense situation in that fight, and it gives you benefits. So 3, so you go to the circle sheet, and you add 3 dots to your circle of illumination there.
Okay. Cool. All right, so I just 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna refresh it.
Are they there? Did I
Yes,
do
they
it?
are. I see a number at least 3.
Good.
And they've changed color on it. So yes. Now,
Yes.
here's what's cool about how I'm playing this.
Mhm.
The illumination track, and I believe this is the way it's played. I might be wrong about this, but I'm going to play it this way anyway because I think it's better. Because Kilo added 3 circles to the illumination track, all of you do. All of you add each other's like beats to the greater illumination track. So in theory, with 5 players, the illumination track has how many? 6, 12, 18, and then another 3 and 3, so 24 things. So with 5 players, within 2 missions, you will fill this up if everybody always hits things, and you don't have to have everyone always hit things for you to do that. So that's your kind of cadence expectation of leveling. I may occasionally, if a scene hits, be like, everyone add another point to the illumination track, or 2, if a scene like really hits.
Okay.
And everything outside of this downtime structure. We will move on to Nim. Nim.
That's me. Yes.
What was that?
I know this person. It's me.
Nim. So you're a scholar in theory.
Yes. Yes, I am a scholar.
Make a plan, reference, research, and mentor and ally are your 3 defaults, but these do not have to be your nature of character. They're just sort of initial prompts to help you get there. Now, make a plan and doing a bunch of paperwork are not that different, and I feel like that has happened, and everything. Reference, research, and stuff like that, and like digging into things certainly is a thing. Mentor and ally, I don't know if that's a role you want. I don't know if that's a role you want to be, and everything. Are there any things you can think of to swap out? Based off of your play in the last kind of couple of sessions, or last couple of
Based
missions
off
here.
play and how I want Nim to grow,
Yeah.
I think instead of having mentor ally, perhaps more of something of comfort ally.
Comfort
Changing
ally.
it more not so much like I'm a mentor over you trying to help you, but so much of I can get you. Let me
Love that.
take some of that burden.
All right.
I feel like that would be something that I'd like to see her grow into.
Do you feel like in the last 19 sessions, at some point, you
19?
we're at session 20 right now.
Jesus.
Comforted an ally.
Session 20. It's
did some
crazy.
referenced some research and or made a plan with my acknowledgement that paperwork and administrative labor is indeed planning. I mean, you got to define a lot of things about the station because everyone else was off doing things while you were hiding out.
Right.
She did a lot of paperwork.
She did a lot of paperwork. I think in like the make a plan, I think during the bar fight, I remember that she was like, she had turned to Eddie and was like, okay, we're going to go and do this thing. She was speaking out loud and doing that, but she had a plan that she made. Did it go well?
Yep.
No, but she tried to make a plan
She
and
did.
try to put it in motion. So I think she definitely made a plan.
Mhm.
I would say that just generally, I can't think of like a particular specific moment where she did reference research, but she did a lot of paperwork. She tried to hack into the that one warehouse office building to get into that, just knowing how offices fucking work.
I'll take that. I think that's fair.
Yeah. For confident ally,
Was
I
it?
think the
It was
closest was-
you and Eddie in the diner first, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was you and Eddie in the diner first. I feel like that diner conversation counts.
Okay.
I think that counts.
I was gonna say either that one or when she was talking with I know his name. Byte.
Tery.
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 Tery. Talking to Tery, and he's like, Tery's like, my life is falling apart. She's like, my life is also falling apart. I understand.
Yeah, that just
I
recently
think that's
happened.
necessarily
So definitely.
comforting, but that was definitely getting on the same level of like, yes, I understand where you are. And we will do something
Emotional
about it.
connection. So everybody, fill up 3 more circles on your circle sheet.
Energy.
Izzy. You are muscle.
Is it good enough?
Explorer.
Muscle explorer. So we're gonna have to modify some things because it's very, very coded of its time. I don't think I'd want anyone in this setting to have to be discuss history as one of their key illumination keys. That's an insane, like you'd have to make a character for that. And then study an artifact, discuss history, and run into danger. Run into danger, we got that. We got that 1,001 times.
Yeah.
Run
Yeah.
into danger, we got. So
We
Same.
have abundance of danger.
if you had to think of
So many keys.
things to either, and you're welcome to keep study an artifact and discuss history, if you want, and be like, I'm just gonna fold those in, baby. That's just gonna be what he's suddenly about. But if you
I'm going with my old notes.
what?
It pretty much Izzy runs into danger, makes friends, i.e., connect with someone. I guess it's on the
Yeah, makes
With
it.
all-
I'm gonna say connects with a new person because it's easy for you to keep friendships going. Connects with a new person because that's unique to you. You're the most openly friendly member of the group.
I'm between make a scene or drop a one-liner. Like those are
I have a recommendation, and I want my recommendation to be make a scene, and it's only because you did so good at pretending to be injured in the surroundings. That was such a good bit, and I want to
fucking
encourage you
right.
to constantly be in that headspace. And again, we
I
don't
mean, I
really
do
have
on top
other
of the
people.
car.
Yeah, and you jump on top of a car. You just made a scene indirectly through Mark through your parents. Like you do some big swing stuff. You do some for a physical character. You have some like wacky bard energy under the hood that's just like playful in a
That's
great
very
way.
fair.
And
That's
I think
very
it goes. So I think I'm good with that. And you definitely, I mean, we've discussed it. This is part of the reason we're doing this now, and why I always wanted to do it. I just wanted to do it one adventure shorter, and then just kind of got lost in the sauce. But yeah, so everybody mark up another 3, and last. Because we've definitely done all those things. And last but not least, we have Eddie. I need to look at your sheet, Eddie, and see what your things are. In theory,
My things are I've got connect with someone, sense phenomena, and make a scene.
okay, you definitely sense phenomena. You just literally
Yeah.
connected with someone, but you've connected with other people too.
Yeah.
I'd
Lots
make
of
the
people.
argument that in my mind, your relationship with Tommy is aggressively evolving. And all of the people in the circle, and especially as the kind of person you are, I think that's very good. And then for make a scene, You're welcome to make a scene as well, because your scenes will be inherently different than Glitch's scenes. Your natural instincts as role players. But
Very different.
if you want to swap that out, or if you have in mind, you're like, oh no, I did this, and that feels very much like that.
Yeah. So like, make a scene doesn't. I feel like that doesn't super fit for Eddie.
Yeah.
Because Eddie's not the type to make his problems everyone else's. So for him
More
to
private about it.
Yeah, to the idea of like making a scene, that's like, he will only do that if he loses control, and he is desperate to not do that. So
there's a couple easy ones that I can pick from people we don't really have in the group. When I'm reminding myself of what Tery Byte is. Tery is a face character.
Yes.
So Tery is not these categories. So from the adjacent occultist, the arcane text and the collect oddities, like maybe those come into play. Act bizarre though, that's an easy one if you decide to take it. But
100%.
That's really easy.
Also, we don't have a criminal, and so do something illegal, make a deal, or stand up to authority, I think are also all very Eddie on deck things too. So
do something illegal.
I think do something illegal is a big Eddie. I mean, it's where you're from. It's what you do. So
your roots.
So do something illegal. You've definitely done illegal things. And so another 3
Just
for everyone.
drugs.
Drugs. Drugs. No. I think.
Drugs.
Yeah, this goes at a different cadence. This goes at a different cadence in the official structure about like all people gaining extra keys each session and stuff like that. I like the more mission to level up system logic, and I can't remember what TikToker did this. And so I feel bad because it was someone...
It gives it more of like the milestone feeling, where it's like you all succeeded on something, now you get a reward.
Yeah, it also means that you're not eating up the end of every session with this. Which I don't mind if it's super fast, but it can be a little bit slow on remote as well. So you've already done a couple things. So I am giving you all as if you previously unlocked a circle advancement. And so, number 1, you're on your current, you don't have to do anything with your circle points. That's for the current one, and that's all earned, and we'll find out with Tery when they're back if they hit the points with Julia. But we'll choose a new circle ability.
Right now?
You're at 12 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll choose a new circle ability, but we'll wait for Julia to come back for that. But each player can choose 2 options for their character. You can add 1 action point. You could add 2 total drive points, increasing your maximum amount of drive points that you can distribute. You can take a new ability from either the player's role or their specialty, so the broader role or the specialty, or you can guild an additional action. And as a reminder, gilded are when you're rolling 2 or more dice, you can assign, and you should have some diamonds marked next to some of your actions, right? Each of you should have, I think, is it 1 or 2? It's like, I think it might be 2. Yeah, 2 right now, I think is what everyone should have marked.
Yeah.
And so if you roll that, and you assign the gilded die to that, and then you choose that die to be your result, that allows you to recover a drive in that like category. And so like a good example is I'm on Tery's sheet right now. Tery has a diamond in sway. They roll 2d6 every time because they have 2 pips in it. And if they assigned like a white die, they had a black and a white die, and they're like, this white die is my gilded die.
Ouch.
A gilded die, and they choose that, they are able to recover a drive in cunning.
My son, why must you hurt me like this?
I'm going to take a new
I don't want to
ability.
wear that anyway. Thank you.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I'm taking premonitions.
I love that. For you.
Premonition.
I don't know what I want.
I know.
And you don't have
Can
to
I
decide
add
them.
to old abilities?
What?
Can I add something to old abilities? Like just
What
make
do you-
it better?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I'm sure it might break something, but who cares? I'm the GM. I can make things as hard or not if I want to. This is all make believe. And so if you have an ability where you're like, I really want to be able to really enhance this or increase the amount of uses or what have you, if you have that kind of thing.
One last question, kind of important one. How are we doing with healing?
So I am sure that there is a system to this, and I will play that system when we're back into danger and on the next thing. But because I did not check that, my instinct is that everyone is back because you've got several days of downtime. Everyone is back to no injuries, but I believe Eddie, you have a scar.
I do not have a scar. Actually,
You don't
I
have
was
a scar.
I was one.
You're close.
Yeah.
I was one brain mark away from getting a scar.
Yeah. So bring all.
But I did not actually
I
get one.
believe during a certain number of days or downtime phase, you can heal up to X, or other people can take actions to heal you. I will get that because I like that system, but I need to structure the adventures around that being the logical flow, which I have not done up to this point. So it would be unfair of me to do that. Because I wanted to get into like the meat and potatoes of getting you into the organization and then getting you on like a really tense mission that's like incredibly dangerous and requires a lot of emotion and violence.
Hello. You were so soft.
Like I said, we're not going to pick the circle ability that you add on to yet because Julia isn't here. We want them to be able to vote for that and everything, but you will get one of those. You will get one of those. It's not going to be super necessary during the rest of this session. But now, you all at least know what you have to do if you don't choose your specialties. If you have some ideas, feel free to DM me. If you forget about it until our next session, that's also fine. And then you come up with it while we're in the session. I'm always fine with that. But what I want to cut back to is Nim, Kilo, Yancey, one of the a candy striper, and a candy striper, and then someone who's just visiting another patient in the Two Truths and a Lie game.
Oh boy.
Two Truths and a Lie.
Oh, I'm so mad Izzy's missing that.
You're gonna have a different version of Two Truths and a Lie, Izzy, that's much heavier.
Because
Stop eating my face.
Izzy's truth would have been.
Get off.
So
Get off. Get off.
We're experiencing feline difficulties.
feline difficulties.
Don't eat my face. Don't eat my face. I like my face. Get off.
I think Abby's getting eaten. I think we're witnessing and devouring live.
And
Oh my
live.
lord.
That's great.
She thinks
What's
you're
wrong
about
with
that
you? What's wrong with you? Why would you eat my freaking face?
Because I love
What's
you.
wrong with you, my
That's
boy?
how I express love. And the face
Because
meat is
it's-
the
Oh
most
my
delicious
lord.
I want it to be a part of me.
meat.
You
Yeah.
freaking gremlin.
We'll
Throw
be
you.
together forever.
Kilo and Nim.
Why are y'all being weird in my ear? I was suffering.
I'm sorry.
What
Listen,
else can we
just
do
trying
but
to-
the view?
we were
I
just
will
trying to
remind
add
you-
to the narrative.
I will remind you are much bigger than the cat and can literally move at any time. You're not suffering. You like it. Don't pretend.
He poked my.
That's
You
true.
He bit my forehead.
You're not suffering. You can move at any time.
Cat, you know that the cat can understand verbal consent, so it's got to be physical consent or not.
This is an expensive sweater. I was getting him off without ruining my
getting
expensive
careful,
sweater.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's
I mean,
fair.
if you like your forehead being bitten,
This
that's
is my
on you.
Howl's Moving Castle sweater. I have to
gonna
take
say,
care of it.
It looks like a house. I was gonna say it looks like Howl's Moving Castle.
I have to take
Now the
care of my
song is in
Howl's
my
Moving
head.
Castle sweater, my
You do.
cardigan.
But nonetheless,
You just like saying those words together. My Howl's Moving Castle sweater cardigan.
my
My
cardigan.
cardigan.
My
Cashmere should get in there too. My cashmere cardigan.
So
Take care of it.
Nim and
It's very Terry
Kilo,
coded, but I'm okay
D6.
with that.
A D6,
D6.
just a one
D6, just a flat D6. This is kind of an
thank you.
initiative roll.
Sure.
3.
Swat.
3.
Where's my? Oh, that is a flat 6.
Perfect. Nim, 2 truths. Yancey looks at you as she's spun the bottle, and it's pointed at you because she wanted to play spin the bottle. Obviously, it wasn't going to happen. So 2 truths and a lie is very fun.
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
imagine that. She looks at the candy striper who looks relatively human, like relatively mammalian, Homo sapien. Imagine that. A cat and a bird getting closer together. Nim,
Who'd have thought?
who'd have thought?
Candy Striper's a mouse.
Weirder things have
Like-
happened. It's a big universe.
And Nim, 2 truths and a lie. And since I spun the bottle, I get to guess. Tell me about yourself.
Okay.
You can start thinking of yours now, Kelly.
Start thinking of this
Because I'm
shit.
gonna ask them.
Boy.
I'm gonna ask them, and they better 2 truths and a lie, and then my NPC is gonna guess that, and you're gonna roll against. You're gonna roll a bit on it, basically.
I am
don't
an
know why
eldest
I thought we were
sibling.
playing Truth or Dare, but it is two.
Very different.
Yes.
2 truths and 2 dares.
8 dares,
go-
1 half truth, and like a future
And a supposition.
and
She'll
a
get
plan to
the
hang out on the calendar. The ultimate icebreaker. No, so 2 truths and a lie. What do you got? What do you got, Nim? Yancey is
I am an
leaning
oldest-
in.
I'm an oldest sibling.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot taste the heat of spicy food.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot stand the color puce.
The fuck?
The color puce.
Of all colors.
Will you roll me a d6, please?
Yep.
I just don't have
That's
one
5.
conveniently. 5. I know that birds, certain animals struggle to taste spice. I don't know if bird-based animals are that, or bird-based people.
Yes.
And so I think birds and people descended from avian creatures might struggle. So that could be true, but that also could be like me being a little bit racist. So we'll find out about that.
That's your trial to run over.
Mhm.
I'm stuck on the
Oldest-
Puce thing.
You do give a response. I think that oldest is true. Spice or puce? Spice or puce? I think the puce is a lie. I don't think you can taste spice. I don't think you can taste anything that's hot in your mouth, as far as like heat of spice.
I'm a middle sibling.
God, the one I was confident on. Obviously, I can't trust you anymore as a human, and I like that, or as a person, and I like that. Anyway,
It's the way.
it's your turn to spin the bottle. And so you don't get to spin the bottle. The bottle lands on like you spin it and it lands on
Yeah.
Kilo. So
No name's like Kilo.
So Nim,
game has
Kilo,
a
you have to
spin
tell Nim 2 truths and a lie.
2 truths.
And I'm gonna have you guys roll against each other in classic fashion. A little bit
Let's
of
go.
PvP.
No lie. All right. I can't believe y'all are making me do this.
Oh,
Do I have to do this? Do I have to play this game? Can I just walk?
Do you want to be fun?
Can I? You know what? That's a little. You know what? That was rude. You never said that. Fine.
I mean, she's not wrong, Kilo. She's not wrong.
All right.
I've already played the I almost died card too many times, so I can't force you, but
All right.
Nim's actually full on smiling for the first time in a while.
just open beak.
Just like that, like the corners of the
Full
beak just
beak.
pressed.
Full
check.
Like this.
Full,
Just-
a little Howard the Duck level of beak manipulation as necessary, just subtle. And then, of course, full set of human teeth. Oh.
I don't actually have a beak.
Oh,
I know you don't.
I don't
know you
actually have a beak.
I know you don't.
I just have a very pointy nose.
You have a very my face would come out to a point if it continued kind of vibe.
Yes.
Right. It's
A
very
spiritual
soft to angular. It happens. My spiritual beak.
A spectral beak.
You've got big beak energy, but no beak to
My
be
beak
had.
aura.
You do.
My beak aura.
Nim does have big beak energy.
big beak. That BBE.
BB.
I'm big beak energy. But yeah, 2 truths
Put
and a
it on a
lie,
shirt.
Kilo.
All right.
Candy Striper, I'm going to need you to put your hand over my mouth so that I do not try and guess before Nim, because I will not be able to help it. Consider it a medical
right.
procedure. And the Candy Striper does.
I
love how Yancey's just a terror on the poor candy stripers in this hospital.
Yancey is a lot. She is
So
all
good.
confidence. She's feeling that
But she's a
second
joy.
lease
well
on life.
aware.
She's feeling that
I'm so
second,
joy.
I survived
Stripes are
death. No more shyness, no more concerns, no more self-doubt, only joy here on out.
Like, I've experienced my neck being bitten. I usually like that, but not to that extent.
Not to that aggression. Okay.
Try to.
I can't believe I'm being made to play this game.
You are.
I am a lightweight at the bar. I sleepwalk occasionally. And I love a pumpkin spice latte.
The amount
just
of
say-
noises Yancey is making under a hand right now was being like the moment you said pumpkin spice latte.
Somewhere there's a tingle in Izzy's tail. But let's get
This is the contested role. And
Oh.
so the contested role is I'm going to say that Kilo, you can roll either sway or hide.
Okay.
You don't have to tell us which.
All right.
And we'll call it as
Does it matter because they're both disadvantaged?
no, but that's actually good. We're gonna treat this like the classic D&D. You're doing you don't have to tell us which.
Okay.
And then Nim, you're rolling read. That is the spotlight check, quite literally.
Read.
But you can tell us. Do tell us your result.
Did you roll a freaking? What did you roll?
I rolled 2 6s.
No.
I swear to God.
How dare you?
What did you roll, Nim?
How freaking dare you?
I'm at a disadvantage.
All right.
Why on this? Why on this?
On 2 6s. On 2 6s, it is fully in Kilo's hands. And from a roleplay mechanic, what were your 3 options? You sleepwalk, sometimes
Lightweight.
lightweight at a
PSL.
bar,
Lightweight at the
and
bar,
pumpkin spice
sleepwalking.
latte. Pumpkin spice latte blew it out of everything else out of my mind for a moment.
It was so good. It was so good.
Because they are delicious if you like pumpkin spice. It's just true.
Anyway.
They are. If you like that flavor, they're a great delivery system of it. So it's up to you, Kelly, as the player, and Kilo. Kelly is the player. You can reveal nothing about which one of those was a lie, and which one of them was the truth, and we can just live in the true meta narrative of none of us know, other than you, or
Izzy knows.
you can be honest, and Nim can guess, and you can honestly respond, or Nim can guess, and you can lie to Nim, Abby, and all of us about what is actually
all
the
of
lie.
your friends. Okay.
Lie directly to all of your friends.
Yes.
Through your teeth.
And so it's up to you, Kelly, on which you want to go. Do you want to keep it all close to the vest, and we just don't know? You just don't say is
Oh
Kilo?
no, I'm down. No. I'm okay with Yancy guessing.
Or no, not Yancy. Nim's. Nim's the one who's guessing.
Oh yeah, Nim can guess.
So Nim, you have no greater insight on this at all than someone who literally just met Kilo.
Right. It's been a long fucking week, but like. I have to choose up the lie.
Yeah, you're trying to pick the lie.
For a second, I was like, I couldn't remember if it was 2 lies and no truth or 2 truths and a lie.
I know. I had to think about that.
I was like, wait. Which way am I flipping? Because that changes it. She's really gonna puzzle for a second over it, just kind of like tapping her beak aura. And then she's going to shrug her shoulders and go, Lord, I really hope you don't sleepwalk. That'd be scary.
And I can
Is that one of them?
Oh no, I absolutely sleepwalk sometimes. I wake up in the middle of the night in front of my refrigerator occasionally, sometimes on the toilet. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting.
Yeah. After
sitting, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sitting.
Sitting.
No
shitting.
essay.
Just sitting.
The look Yancy suddenly gives as a 19-year-old immediately pictures Kilo on a toilet, because that's how 19-year-old Yancy brains work. Is like, I don't like how human that is. I'm not there yet as a person emotionally to understand that everybody poops, and that I can picture that like I don't have to picture everything that comes into my head, and B that even if I hadn't pictured it, everyone poops. So therefore,
I need you to know that I incorporated some fun Kelly lore into Kilo. Like as a child, I would just sleepwalk around the house and not go to the bathroom, but I would simply just sit on the toilet and my parents would find me just sitting.
My mother used to sleepwalk.
Okay.
And one time she was at her grandmother's house and her grandmother watched as my mother sleepwalking, went into the kitchen, found the trash can, pulled her pants down and took a shit in it because that's where the toilet was in her house. And my grandmother just watched her granddaughter do that.
My heart. Oh no.
And went right back to bed as if nothing happened. And then my mom has carried that with her forever.
Could actually do that while they were sleeping. That's wild.
well, the
In
sleepwalking.
her head, in her sleep head, that's what
So
where the toilet
normal
was.
people
So that's
who
what
don't
she
have
do.
somnambulance can't.
That's an adventure.
Yeah, it can't, normal people who don't have
Tragic.
somnambulance cannot do that when they're sleeping very easily. It requires either like physical alteration due to alcohol or other substances, or stomach digestion issues, or somnambulance where the appropriate disconnect that's supposed to be happening between your mind and your body is not happening, and so now your body can just do what it do when it's awake. So sleepwalking has a lot of other unintended consequences, including night shits. But
All right.
uh,
I learned something new every day.
yeah, I know a lot about somnambulance because I had a song about somnambulance. And so I had to learn a lot about it. Had to do nerdcore. It's all about the Wikipedia dives. Anyway, so now that I know that that's true, because you said that it incorporated some Kelly lore into it, so therefore must be true about Kilo. Thank you.
I did not. I just want to clarify. I did not poop anywhere. I just
I know.
went and sat.
No, we
sat
know.
in
You
But now that I know that
I
Kilo.
I just sat in random places.
Well, no,
in
you've
my
given a
home.
GM the gift that one of the characters canonically sleepwalks. Thank you so much for
Yes.
that.
No, absolutely. Run with it.
Yeah,
please.
that is amazing.
You might.
Just the idea of this big draconian lizard creature without full cognizant ability just strolling down a hallway in the dark is the most terrifying thing.
This bridge, just walking down the.
Just lumbering.
So I just imagine Kilo in a classic masculine situation of just standing in front of an open door of a fridge, just staring at it blankly.
Yeah.
But the difference is that Kilo's not awake, as opposed to at least myself and many people I've known, but especially many men, just staring openly into an open fridge with no plan whatsoever and just hoping something comes to them, or wanting to look for something but refusing to change perspective or reach in and move a single thing in the fridge.
You just close it and open it up again.
You just close it and open it up, and maybe this time it'll flash.
Maybe it'll be different.
Yeah, maybe
this time you have a cheese stick.
It's like when you turn a Where's Waldo upside down, and maybe that change in perspective will suddenly reveal Waldo to you, just because you're doing it. You close the door and open it, and maybe you'll catch it. But so as you all continue playing Two Truths and a Lie and learn that the Candy Striper has indeed been arrested no less than 8 times, but never convicted of anything.
Lord.
Never convicted
killed it, man.
Convicted of petty crimes. You all get a little alert on your devices from Gren, because you noticed that Izzy had to go, and you know that Izzy had to head out. You all get an alert on your devices from Gren, being like, why are Izzy's parents flagged as terrorists?
So the whole make a scene thing for my
Do any of you know what's going on with this? And so Kilo and Nim, before we jump to Izzy, Kilo and Nim, you get this notification.
Did Izzy fucking tell us?
No.
Izzy did not tell anyone exactly what was going on.
Kilo knows everything more. If Kilo can use context clues, Kilo may be able to fill in the blanks. But other than that,
Kilo knows that Izzy had a difficult conversation with his parents.
Yeah.
And everything, but that he's fine.
Unbothered.
At least unbothered in the social scenario.
So Kilo didn't pry further because Izzy seemed good.
Was Kilo around when when Mark called, or
no? Kilo was not paying attention when Mark called, or when you contacted Mark.
It's when you were on the phone with your dad, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Saw a sliver of you just being ticked.
How do you two react to getting notice that Izzy's parents have been flagged as terrorists?
I still love.
Do you think the paperwork just went wrong?
Izzy friends.
I can't explain exactly why, but I feel like Izzy would have wanted this. I think.
Once again, Izzy's tingle.
That clarifies nothing. It makes it worse, Kilo. What the fuck does that mean? Why wouldn't somebody want their parents to be terrorists?
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I think this is what Izzy wanted. I can't explain it. You'd have to ask him.
We need to call the boy.
I don't have.
We need to call him.
I'm
calling him. She just stares at him like, why?
No, you don't even get to the calling him part. Gren sends you so many text messages of like, he's at this precinct. What the hell is going on? Can someone? He doesn't seem to have his phone on. I don't understand. I got a bunch of emojis that I can't decode from Agent Phil Landry. I don't know what's going on with that. I got a message from Alexander that says, don't listen to Tery. I don't know what's going on with that. Somebody please clue me in right now on what's going on. Do I need to send things? And that's where we're going to leave you two, because obviously she's kind of encouraging you to come there. But I want to move a little bit forward with Izzy and Phil Landry before we wrap up for the night.
Yes.
Izzy, you are in like a Velas security precinct. It is not like a police station. It's more like a private agent, but not like a FBI, more like a or like a Homeland Security, more like a customs enforcement organization. Velis being a space station has a lot of concern about what goes in and out of it, but being a space station, it doesn't have a lot of things surprising them. They have some people that slide in under the radar, in and out, of course. They're a big giant station with millions of people on it, but like generally they're more concerned about goods, services, potential bigger threats, not so much if somebody, didn't register with them immediately. The tech will eventually catch everyone. And everything. And so that's the kind of vibe of this place, but it is very much in the vein of like an office is for holding and interviews and questions. So it's not like a jail per se, but it is like a kind of it's like a jail for white people, where it's like you're going to sit in a chair with padding in a room and no one's going to be there. And eventually someone might bring you water and they won't be like mean to you about it. But like, otherwise, your parents are currently in two separate holding conference rooms, basically fully locked door conference
even
rooms.
better.
But you are in kind of more of like a like an office meeting conference room by yourself with an ovular table and chairs all around it. But Agent Phil Landry is sitting crisscross applesauce on the center of the table, looking at Izzy, being like, "Your parents are terrorists."
Okay, is there a way I could Phil Andrew, is there a way we can like kind of cancel this a little bit, like afterwards?
We can deal with the paperwork afterwards, but you don't seem as surprised about your parents being terrorists as I was when that flagged up. What happened, Izzy?
The same thing I said to Kilo in the other episode. Exact same thing. Emotions are just like
on sleeve.
Izzy is open as fuck.
Izzy's an open book. So Phil listens to
open
that
pop-up book most of the time,
and
He's an open pamphlet.
Phil looks at that and she just
not enough pages for
at the end of it when you tell him that you talked to Mark and you needed it delayed and you wanted them to be as scared as possible. She snorts one single like snorting laugh. Just like one snorting guffaw, if you will. And she goes,
one snorting guffaw.
And she goes,
singular guffaw.
Oh my goodness. Izzy, you were made for this life. This is fantastic. Alexander will probably be mad at you, but I think this is great. We absolutely can deal with this going kind of away and being a glitch or an error or misunderstanding
like in the system.
And everything. I'm not worried about that. But my guess is, after what you told me, how do you want to drag this out for your family? Because
I want them one at a time.
Want them one at a time? Okay. Now, how scary would you like me to be about this? Because I must be involved.
When I say the fear of God, I mean the fear of gods. I want every religion through them right now.
Oh my lord.
The darkest you will ever see Izzy. But
do you want me to bring them into you, or do you want me to... I have an idea. I think it's going to be pretty fun. How good are you at acting, Izzy?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
I need you to be...
Ow, my leg.
as if you don't know what's going on at first, at least. And then later you can do that. Or you can really scare your parents and, without telling them how, imply you have the sway to get them arrested at any given time. What's your call? Because I'm good either way.
I'm an odds and evens. Odds the first option, evens the second.
Odds you're hapless.
Even.
All right. Okay, we're going to play this up. I'm not going to actually hurt them. I'm not going to do anything that will harm them. But would you like me to be basically a cop about this?
Be a cop, but hurt them emotionally.
Emotionally, excellent. Great.
Attack the spirit.
Woof.
For it.
Woof. Here we go.
I want you to hurt them in a way that lasts longer.
Okay. She sets
Psychological
up mom or dad first.
That scar to not be able to be physically healed. Let's do this.
Mom or dad first?
Mom.
Oof.
Dude.
All right.
Be a little kinder to mom because she's. I don't know how much she's been bullshitting me, but dad, go home. Go whole hog.
Okay. While you're talking to mom, I am going to be ruining your dad's night. But I will be a little bit kinder to mom.
This family dynamic.
And so
It's the
Philandry-
family that built an
It's a
Izzy.
straight method.
They'll be
right now.
fine.
Philandry,
Talk's not happening. It is time for action.
Philandry, who's usually in like kind of like a 2 buttons unbuttoned shirt, like a kind of a loose kind of like a little bit oversized blazer and like suit. She wears a suit, but she wears a suit casually all the time.
Yeah.
Suddenly like pulls out like a tiny little like container box that expands a little bit. She takes some pomade and slicks it back in her hair. Remember, this is a Jane Lynch looking motherfucker. So she slicks it back in her hair. Slicks it back in her hair, buttons up her thing, pulls the tie out, ties it, tucks in her pants, buttons her jacket up, presses something on the interior of her jacket so it fits her properly and looks a little overstarched, as does her shirt, as do her pants. She then puts on a pair of sunglasses. Adjusts a weapon that you had not seen up to this point into visibility. It is the absolute most unnecessarily oversized pulse blaster you have ever. It is a I have a Punisher sticker on my cop car level of like blaster on her thing. She then produces a badge that looks maybe like it's official. You don't know, and everything. And she goes, okay, I'm going to bring your mom in. I'm just going to scare her a little bit. And then I'm just going to have a good time with your dad.
I do want to say this for Landry. Like, you are a very handsome woman. And like, it's not even meaning insult, it's genuinely meaning it.
I try to be a handsome woman. So thank you very much. I also think that, you're not so bad looking yourself. If it weren't a deep violation of protocol, this might go...
Oh, no.
We have your parents. We got to focus.
Yes,
Later, though.
Focus,
thumbs up.
please.
just straight up like, himbo, thumbs up. Yeah, let's do this. I was just complimenting you, but okay.
Yeah,
Just like glossing over it. Like, we're going to move on for this.
Philandry like looks at the camera directly and goes, I like him a little dumb, and then just kind of walks. No,
Tragic.
there is
So
no
does
situation.
Yancy. Why is that everybody's taste? Yancy said the same thing.
It's because
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
It's because Izzy's enthusiasm reads as dumb. Because masculinity is so rarely like earnest and affable, so there must be something wrong with them mentally if they are.
That's why you like golden retriever energy, basically.
Yeah, he's just a golden retriever. He's not actually dumb. But Philandry goes in. You can watch on the monitors. You can hear, and Mrs. Good. Let me shift her voice.
Good enough.
Mrs. Gutenuff. And she throws a file that she did not have when you were talking to her down on the thing. It's closed.
Love that shit.
Mrs. Gutenuff, do you know why we brought you in here? And she, like, obviously shakes her head. She looks, like, nervous. And is like, well... if it were my choice, I'd serve you papers and put you away. But it's important that you understand the gravity of the danger that you're in right now. You are in a lot of hot water. I have a person with me that's the reason you're here, and they have some questions for you. And if you try anything, if you try any of your devious little tricks, and your mom is like confused because she's like, what the fuck? What's this energy? Just know. And she does like pulls the sunglasses down, points at your mom, points back at her own eyes, puts it up, and then taps this massive, absolute like life destroying gun on her hip. And she's like,
Oh my
now,
lord.
do I have to cuff you or are you going to come quietly? And your mom's like, no, I'm not going to get cuffed. Yeah, I'll come quietly, right? Your mom she kind of holds your mom firmly by the arm, like an abusive husband from the 60s where it's like too much.
Ugh.
So can I say, while that's happening, Izzy's getting a nice mug. It's full of protein drink, but it's still a mug.
Of course. Protein at all times.
Would expect nothing less.
It looks like
His
coffee.
Hawaiian shirt is fully buttoned now with a tie.
He's got a Hawaiian shirt button with a tie.
You know he wears it out, but like, no, this is formal. That's how you know it's serious.
Serious, Izzy.
Agent Philandry pulls your escorts your mother into the office.
But sitting down.
What? You're sitting down?
Yeah, sitting down casually.
Yeah. And it's
I have things in plan for Dad, but mom's mom. You got to be nice to the mom. It might be out of character. It might be the Southern boy. I mean, I can't be mean to my mother.
That's fair. I think it's also consistent with the kind of guy Izzy is, that he has a weak spot for his mom at all times, regardless of if she's in the right or wrong. And so Philandry doesn't go in. She's like, you can go in. She can't see you. Your mom can't see you from like the entryway of the door immediately from the outside and everything. You can go in. And then Philandry just calls out, "Sir, she's here," and then just kind of ushers your mom in and then closes the door behind her, and she turns to the right and she can see you sitting there. She goes, "Izzy?"
In the scales.
Get out of here.
Son, what is happening? What is going on, son?
I would like to know as well, Mom, because I'm sorry, I'm spending so much time paying our house that you guys are going on trips and I'm focusing on paying that because apparently the payment has been happening in a while. I don't know if Dad put you up to this.
Give me a read check on your mom.
Read. That's the skill I want to put up on more, but I have nothing in that.
So 2d6, lower what result?
Heart of the cards. You can do this.
Oh, 1.
Okay, maybe next time.
Your mom looks at you confused. What do you mean your father's not paying the bills?
Well, I got a call. Because apparently I'm, even with 2 complete parents, I am the sole proprietor of the funds for the second house. That
No bitterness.
y'all were about to be foreclosed on. And I had to pay a certain amount, a certain exuberant amount, to make sure we keep the house for you, Dad, the family. And it was up to me. I almost had to do like aqua pool again. I do not want to do that.
Aqua pool.
But luckily, I was able to do that without having to be basically a paid athlete to take a fall if needed be for people's bets.
The genuine look of concern on your mom's face and the leaving of not bringing up the argument of why you should absolutely be playing aquapool, because of course it's what you're good at, and even though it's not your favorite thing, there's no reason that you shouldn't lean into that you have had with both of your parents and many people over the years. This situation, she puts that argument away for now, not in a position, and she goes, Well, sweetie, are you okay? Are you shouldn't have had to pay the house. That's never.
I know I
I'm
shouldn't
sure.
have.
I'm sure that your father has an explanation for this. I'm sure he does. And if he doesn't, you and I can tag team yell at him.
I high five mom.
She high fives you and
All
then
right.
hugs you, and then because you're sitting, she walks around, hugs you, or hugs you by the head, and it's like that's my son. I'm so sorry that you had to do that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out what's going on. If it's an accident with your father, we'll find that out. If it's something else. Meanwhile, and this is where we're gonna leave off.
Ironically, I get my brodus for my mom, but like,
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, and this is where we'll leave off before I let all you poor East Coasters rest. This is where we'll leave off. Meanwhile,
Later
you
on
can
the
see
East
in the
Coast.
monitor, Izzy, what Philandry is doing with your dad in the room while you're talking with your mom privately. I'm going to have you roll a die glitch. This is a straight D6, but I'm going to give you advantage on it. So 2D6, take the higher. And
anything is better than what I rolled earlier.
yeah, 2D6, take the higher. And let me know what the result is.
If you don't, 2 6s. Holy shit!
All right, 2 6s, critical success.
Huh.
That's second time.
All right, so
Hey,
That's
that's
weird.
2 6s.
That's crazy.
Let's
It's been a
go.
lot of 6s and 1s.
I will get fucked in a battle, but right now we're good.
But right now, yeah, right now, let's bring out the 6.
Right.
Okay.
And then when we're like about to die, 3.
This situation is gonna be
2.
great.
On a scale from
Scale.
yeah, on a scale from confusion to panically confessing to things he had no involvement in, where do you want your father's like energy to be at from Philandry's behavior in this? Because you
On
got
a
a critical
scale
success, you can pick like the level of tension. Then I'll give you I'll throw what she's doing at you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I want him at a 9.5.
9.5.
Oof.
I legit darken the room down. I am He's not gonna reckon I'm cascading my face.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
Your dad right now.
Man's gonna piss himself.
Right now, in the room, your dad is sweating. He is kind of crying, but it's more of like a panic crying. He seems to be writing something down and signing it. He's taken off his shirt. He's just in a tank top now for some reason. Philandry is leaning over him, but he's not even like he's hunched over the table, but Philandry's tilting his chair back so it's nearly off balance. So it looks like if he shifts too much, he's gonna fall over and everything. And Philandry's talking like fucking 2 centimeters away from his face.
Like a flea's dick hair away.
Yeah, just
Oh my gosh.
gesturing aggressively with her hand and everything like that. Her gun is on the table, loosely pointed at him.
You're letting a basic psychopath ruin your whole father's life.
Oh my
Look, I'm just saying,
God.
the opportunity for casual talk was there a long time ago, and Dad bullshitted me. I knew he was bullshitting me. Now it's time to pay the piper. Okay?
Yeah. And so we leave.
Golly.
Is mom watching? Okay?
We leave. Yeah, is your mom? Yeah, your mom. Yeah, let's say your mom's watching. Give me one more recheck. This time I'm going to give you advantage on it instead of disadvantage on it. Give me one more recheck.
4.
4. You see the subtlest hint of a smirk on her face.
Oh, Lord.
Mom show just pat her like, yeah. This is
Of a smirk, a little bit of a satisfied smile.
I'm making this happen. He's safe, but I'm going to make him sweat.
Yeah, and you see a little bit of a smirk on her face. And what we're cut is Philandry literally shoves your father out of the chair. Then rolls him on his belly, zip ties him behind a thing, picks him up.
Oh my lord.
Picks him up, and everything, and you hear her. It's like, and you thought this was bad, and everything, and she just shoves him out of the room, and you know that he's coming your way. At this time, I'm gonna say everyone that is going to go and find themselves at the precinct eventually will make their way there. You won't necessarily arrive like right now, and you won't necessarily be immediately with Izzy, but you will be close. We will pick up next time, but my poor East Coasters, it is 10:30 their time, and they are all going to turn into pumpkin spice
There's
lattes.
so much for me to keep this going.
Absolutely.
But yes.
But so as we always do, let's go around the
My final
table. We're gonna start with you, Glitch. Where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on that son of a glitch on Instagram and TikTok. I've been spending time pissing one troll off, and that was fun for me, but he blocked me. But it's always fun.
It's fun.
And
yeah,
there'll be more cosplay and random skits and shit happening soon. I've been motivated to be productive.
Ooh.
Giggle Girl Productions, Abby, where can they find you?
Hi, I'm Giggle Girl Productions. You know how it be. You can find me.
You know how it be. You know.
You know how it is. You know who I am. You know my truth. You can find me mainly on TikTok. I'm taking my baby sister to the Ren Fair this upcoming weekend. So we're going to have a little video of us being cute little moth girls walking around the Ren Fair. We're going to have a great time.
Is she wearing the wings? Is she wearing wings?
I didn't send you. Earlier this summer, she went and wore the wings. I'll send that to you.
Good. I want to see.
We were so cute. This time we're going to be moth girls. Mothman. It'd be very fun.
Will, where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok. Also, starting up again soon. Fingers crossed. You'll be able to find me on ADH Adventures, where we are relaunching As the Suns Rise on Creation, our Exalted actual play.
Yeah.
You may it'll be me and Blonde as the party, and maybe some new faces.
Ooh, very fancy, very fancy. And last and certainly not least, Kelly, where can people find you?
Say it like that. You can find me as the Kel Hop on the internet, wherever, any platform. That's what I am on there. You can find me here. You can find me in the audio drama Error 313 and 1.7 Miles to Lake Wanatal. You can find me on Talking XP and Crit Hit Chronicles for our Bitten Daggerheart campaign, which our first season is out and our second season starts in November.
Weird. I saw something about that on a website.
Wait, I want to say something.
Okay, you want to say something?
Kilo Tillera Jones loves pumpkin spice lattes. He actually really loves them. He likes the way they make his hands feel. And he'll take a break from the trash truck and just sit on a curb with a good pumpkin spice latte.
I love that about Kilo.
Yeah.
The more I learn about Kilo, the more I adore this man.
The more I learn about Kilo, the more I'm glad that I'm gonna force an NPC friendship on him with Milo.
It was a slightly burnt marshmallow, in my opinion, where it's just hard and scaly on the outside, but uber soft and creamy inside.
He's got the gooiness in there, but he's got some goo inside of his body. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about Bitten, you could, of course, go to just a little website. It's just a little website called DarringtonPress.com. Publishers of both Daggerheart, of course, but also of Candela Obscura, the system that we're playing. And you can go to their homepage, and it's right up on their homepage. You can just click learn more, and then you get to see a bunch of gorgeous people, learn more about some excellent role players. If you've ever been like, man, I wish that like this was 50% more on the rails than it is as a system, and would like to know what that might be like with Kelly playing in it, there's a way for you to find that. But yes, fantastic. We love seeing the spotlight for excellent role players of all types, and not just the Kellhop. It's a murderer's row on that one. But
It's a table.
I appreciate the excellent role play that has come from all of you today, my wonderful kooky cosmonauts. And we will be back next time, hopefully next week. I won't be in another state and everything like that. But until then, you all have a wonderful day. Keep your eyes on At Dying of Exposure for more things. And if you want to hear the littlest amount of voice acting from me, episode 2 of season 1 of Dark Northwest is out. And I play a very disappointed father. I have 2 lines, and that is the amount of lines that I would have as a disappointed father. And it was super appropriate when asked by my buddy to do so. But until then,
You're Unky Frank to me. You're the best father figure.
I had to deliver the line, I need you to come home right now, son. As if I was saying it over the phone. And the first 2 takes, I delivered it too meanly. They're like, he's emotionally distant. He's not abusive. And I'm like, okay, I got to dial it back. But until then, next time, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. And we will be back soon. Bye, everyone.
Night, gang.
Later.
Bye-bye.